So I have a question. Is EA falling apart from the inside? Because from what we're seeing this year, it kind of looks like it. A little bit. I mean, just look around. Layoffs, cancelled projects, studio closures, and... Look, I don't really care about EA to be honest, but I have this long time dream of playing Titanfall 3. I even made a video about that, and it's quite alarming because from the looks of things, it's probably dead in the water now. Let's talk about it. If you're not aware, EA has actually laid off over 1,000 employees in just the last 2 years. They shut down Ridgeline Games, cancelled a Titanfall related project at Respawn, which is actually good because I don't like that spin-off, and recently they axed a new Black Panther game, and closed Cliffhanger Studios. And according to them, this is all part of their restructuring plan or whatever. Basically a safe move to appease the investors or the stockholders or whoever. Oh, and also, EA is actually pulling away from some of their licensed IPs like Marvel and Star Wars, choosing instead to double down on what they own, like, for example, The Sims, Apex Legends, and Battlefield. Which is good. In my opinion, this is a good decision. I've been mentioning it in a lot of my videos because I really hate them AAA companies pricing their games into about $80. It could easily be avoided if they just scale down, because the cost of the development of the game will be much cheaper if they scale down, instead of having 1,000 employees, which like half of it doesn't really do anything at all. So this is a good move from them, in my opinion. It's just that my only personal concern, if you're gonna ask me, is the Titanfall 3 franchise. What's gonna happen to that now? Because if they're moving away from Marvel, Star Wars, basically those IPs that aren't as successful as The Sims, Apex Legends, and Battlefield, then clearly Titanfall would also fall in that category. Is it now safe to assume that Titanfall 3 will never happen ever? Because that's sad, man. I love Titanfall. And I don't really want this coming from me, but I feel like Titanfall is now cancelled. Unofficially, at least. Just look at this. They already laid off some of Respawn's employees from the last month, if I'm not mistaken. And because of that, Respawn's already stretched thin supporting Apex Legends. And let's face it, with all of these layoffs, cancellation of huge projects such as Black Panther, and closing some studios, we can already sense and feel that EA doesn't want to gamble anymore in this so-called unsure huge project. Because let's be real, Titanfall, even though we love it so much, as beloved as it is, was never really a blockbuster seller. Critics love it, players love it, but it didn't really rake in the Call of Duty amount of money. Because they did it dirty by putting it head-to-head against FPS giants such as Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. I was like, who even decided to make that call? Such a great game overshadowed by two FPS giants with a well-established fan base. Like, really? Man, EA is really messing us up. I don't really care about their other games aside from Titanfall, to be honest with you. Now the question is, could Titanfall still happen? Maybe, I can't say for sure. The only thing we got at this point is Respawn CEO's statement, because he did actually mention his interest in returning to the franchise when the time is right. And that's a problem because that line implies that he himself is actually not sure whether a Titanfall 3 is gonna be a possibility or not. And based on how EA is treating their studios right now, that right time is probably not now. I mean, not during a mass layoff, not during a multiple studio shutdown, not during a huge projects being cancelled, you know. Right now, they're busy playing defense because they lost so much money. Let's face it, yeah, their stock is not as bad as Ubisoft, but it's not about that. Let's just talk about this year and maybe last year, I suppose. Their biggest thing are Veilguard, which is definitely an obvious flop, and also EA Sports FC25, which also underperformed. When Veilguard alone took 10 years, if I'm not mistaken, to make. That cost a lot of money, and I'm pretty sure they didn't even break even. So yeah, it's understandable for them to scale down. And actually, it's a good move from them. It's just that I'm really concerned about Titanfall. Some of you may not really be interested in that, but it's just my personal favorite, you know. One of my personal favorite game, especially on the FPS genre. So yeah, while I hate the fact that the chance of having Titanfall 3 is becoming more slimmer, I still like this move by EA because even if Asmongold criticizes them for this, I do think that it's a good move to scale down because it actually is hurting them being overstaffed. You feel me? There is no reason for you to have over 1,000 employees doing nothing. Again, I've been mentioning this repeatedly. If the developers of Expedition 33 is just about 30 plus, there is no reason for you to scale over 1,000. No justification for that. You're just wasting money. So yeah, that's basically my thoughts about this. Unless Apex Legends crashes and burns, I guess, or EA somehow changes leadership and direction, Titanfall 3 is likely stuck in development purgatory. I'm not even sure if it's in the development purgatory yet. I mean, there's no news about it being developed, right? Not even planned. And that sucks because they'll be missing a lot of things and opportunities if they let Titanfall franchise die. And I think they can't see it right now because, again, it's not really a bestseller. It's all about the money for the investors. But if you play the game, it's good. They should give it another chance. So what do you guys think? What are your reactions on this EA mass layoff? Some people are criticizing them because, let's face it, they had it coming. After that Veilguard flop, a lot of people don't even trust them. I know it's BioWare, but BioWare is owned by EA. Now, the real question is EA gonna bounce back? I think they can because this is the right move. Scaling down is a really good move. But how about Titanfall? Will it be a reality or not? I'm afraid to say, but I feel like getting Titanfall 3 is now an impossibility. Drop your thoughts below. Thank you. See you next time. Have a great day ahead. Goodbye. Peace.